So our pivot table looks pretty good. Again, quick little summary snapshot of our expenses. But I want to make sure that the pivot table, its formatting, matches the rest of our tables. So here, I'm going to click into my pivot table, make sure we get our pivot table analyze tab back. And if you need to, you can reopen the field list on the right-hand side. Let's get that back open there. I closed mine just to get it out of the way for a moment. But if yours disappears, click into your pivot table analyze, and open the field list. Now, first thing I want to do here is I want to change the way the amounts are formatted. Those are currency, and they should look like currency. So I'm going to go into my field list, into my value section. I'll go to the first sum of amount, give that a click, and I'm going to go into value field settings. Inside the value field settings window, I'll go to number format, and I'm going to change this to a format for currency. I'll hit OK. I'll hit OK. And now we've got a nice format in there. The second thing I want to do is these header names here, right? Those are nice. Maybe we even just want to remove them, just get rid of them, or we can rename them, right? The choice is ours. If you want to rename it, for example, the sum of amount to, maybe we want to call that percent instead. I'm going to go over to my field list again. I'll find the sum of amount to, give that a click, value field settings once again. And here I'll change the name. I'll just call it percent. I'll hit OK. And now I've got my percent. Now, here's something that really bugs me about pivot tables. And you may have just noticed it, okay, because it just bugged me right there. Here, as soon as I changed that name, it shrunk the column automatically, and it shrunk this column as well. So now I got to go up here and I got to increase that size. But watch this. If I change something again, let's say I hop back into here, go back to value fields, and I change this name again. I'll just call it per. Just as an example, per. I'll hit OK. And it just shrunk it again. Okay, this drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. So if I get back into there, I call this percentage or percent. Right, there's my percent, but that column is still narrow inside there. So to change this, I don't want the tables to change formatting everywhere else. To make sure this doesn't happen, I'm going to click into my pivot table, go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab, and I'm going to go into Options. Inside the Options window, let's see, this is under, I got to remember where the feature's at. There we go. Underneath the Layout and Format tab, you've got a check mark in here for Auto-Fit Column Widths on Update. You've also got Preserve Cell Formatting on Update. I'm going to turn off the Auto-Fit. I'll hit OK. So if I change this, let's get that set up properly. So now you change something, right? I'll change this back down to per. I'm going to hit OK, and nothing updated. Okay. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. Okay? Especially when you got other data out there. It really should say percentage or percent, but we get the point. So again, that was click into the pivot table, options, go to the layout and format, and you can turn off the auto fit column on update. Okay? Something little, but it just drives me nuts. Now I got to go clean something up. All right, now this is looking pretty good. There's more that we can do with this. Let's see. Here's something else we can do. So the formatting, right? We've got some formatting there with currency. We could change the titles there, but also we want to make sure that the formatting matches the table formatting with the rest of our worksheet. So I'm going to close my field list once again. If I click into my pivot table, go to the Design tab, you've got all of the same table formatting that we chose from earlier. So there's my original one that I chose, and I think I'm going to stick with that one. But whatever you like to do, maybe you want the tables to be blue and you want the pivot table summary to be green, right? We can do that. You can mix and match, but there's something to say about consistency as well, right? But totally up to you, whatever you like to do here. Let's do a little bit of formatting on your pivot table. Let's get the currency. Let's change the names if you like. And if you'd like to, you can change the table formatting as well. Try it out.